In the depths of our ancient past, where myth and reality intertwine, we encounter a myriad of gods and deities that profoundly influenced the spiritual life of the ancients. Among the oldest of these civilizations is Sumer, often regarded as the cradle of human civilization. Their spiritual realm was a complex network of deities, each holding specific roles and functions, ultimately governing the cosmos's course. One figure stands out amongst this celestial hierarchy: Enki, also known as Ea in Akkadian and Babylonian mythology. Enki, the Sumerian god of water, knowledge, mischief, and creation, occupied a prominent position. As the lord of the earth and the waters, he was revered for his wisdom, ingenuity, and creativity. Enki is widely credited for establishing Eridu, one of the earliest cities in Sumer, and initiating human civilization. Our knowledge of Enki and his counterparts primarily comes from ancient texts and inscriptions, including the Enuma Elish and the Epic of Gilgamesh. The Enuma Elish, the Babylonian epic of creation, describes the creation of the world and the celestial hierarchy, including the birth and deeds of Enki. The Epic of Gilgamesh, a quintessential piece of ancient literature, also provides glimpses into the divine realm and Enki's role in it. Together, these sources paint a vivid picture of the Sumerian cosmos, providing a foundation to delve deeper into Enki's role, especially concerning humanity's origins and development. Within the heart of Sumerian mythology, we find a unique group of deities, the Anunnaki, whose name can be loosely translated as those of royal blood, or offspring of Anu sky. The Anunnaki hold a critical place in the Sumerian pantheon, often associated with the realms of the heavens, earth, and the underworld. Their roles were varied, ranging from celestial administrators, judges of humanity, to controllers of human destiny. The Anunnaki were not a homogeneous entity, but rather a complex hierarchy of divine beings. Anu, the sky god, was usually acknowledged as the leader of the Anunnaki. However, the actual control over Earth's affairs often fell to his offspring, namely Enlil, the lord of the air, and Enki, the god of water and wisdom. Enki's domain was mainly the watery abyss known as the Abzu or Apsu, a place that was thought to be the source of all fresh water, including rivers, wells, and the rain. But his influence extended beyond mere geography. As the bearer of wisdom and patron of arts and crafts, Enki played a significant role in developing and preserving civilization. The celestial hierarchy was also marked by numerous relationships, alliances, and rivalries. Enki's relationship with his siblings, particularly Enlil and Inanna, are noteworthy. These relationships influenced many mythological narratives and shaped the collective wisdom, laws, and societal norms in ancient Sumer. However, it was Enki's specific association with humanity and his alleged role in our creation and development that set him apart and endowed him with a unique place in ancient mythology. The exploration of this particular aspect leads us into a fascinating realm of genetic modification, creation myths, and the dawn of humanity. Enki further takes us into the realm of symbols and iconography. Ancient Sumerians depicted their deities in various ways, each symbol and attribute holding profound significance. Examining these for Enki provides a window into his divine persona and role in Sumerian cosmology. Enki is often represented holding a scepter with a ram's head, symbolizing his authority and connection with fertility. The ram in Sumerian culture was a symbol of virility and creative life force. This links back to Enki's role as a creator god and sustainer of life on Earth. Enki is also frequently shown seated and surrounded by flowing water. Water, being the source of all life, emphasizes his role as the life giver. As the god of fresh water, he was believed to have control over the rivers and seas, often depicted controlling the flow of water from his shoulders or vase, which underlined his authority over the life-giving and destructive aspects of water. Another potent symbol related to Enki is the Emes, pronounced May. In Sumerian culture, Emes were divine decrees or sacred powers that embodied the fundamental concepts and elements of civilization, ranging from truth and justice to music and art. As the god of wisdom and knowledge, Enki was often shown in possession of these MEs, symbolizing his role in bestowing civilization and culture upon humanity. Finally, the symbol of the caduceus, two serpents intertwined around a central staff, is also often associated with Enki. Some scholars argue that this symbol, representing Enki's role in genetic engineering and the creation of humanity, prefigures the modern symbol for DNA. Unpacking these symbols not only reinforces the narrative of Enki as a creator deity and god of wisdom, but also prepares us to delve deeper into the intriguing claims of his role in genetically modifying early humans. We now turn to Sumerian literature, specifically the cuneiform tablets inscribed thousands of years ago. These ancient texts offer a window into the cultural and spiritual beliefs of the Sumerians, and crucially, Enki's place within their worldview. Among the many stories about Enki, one that stands out is the tale of Enki and Ninmah. This narrative sheds light on Enki's role as a shaper of life. Ninmah, also known as Nin-Hursag, was another powerful deity associated with earth and fertility. The story unfolds in the city of Eridu, where the gods are gathered for a celebratory feast. As the festivities progress and the divine cups run dry, a playful dispute arises between Ninmah and Enki. They clash over who holds the power to determine the fates and forms of life. Ninmah, brimming with pride in her creative abilities, decides to showcase her power. She molds clay into various beings, each with a unique and debilitating physical anomaly. One is unable to walk, another cannot speak, and a third suffers from chronic illness. With a mischievous glint in her eye, Ninmah presents these flawed creations to Enki, challenging him to either heal them or find a suitable place for them in society. Enki, ever the wise and resourceful god, doesn't attempt to reverse Ninmah's handiwork. Instead, he approaches the situation with creativity and compassion. He sees potential and purpose, where Ninmah saw only imperfections. He assigns the person who cannot walk the role of an advisor to the king, their keen mind compensating for their physical limitations. The one unable to speak becomes a temple attendant, their presence a constant reminder of the importance of quiet contemplation. Each being, despite their limitations, is given a dignified and valuable role within society. This captivating tale not only highlights Enki's wisdom and resourcefulness, but also hints at his ability to manipulate and shape life itself. It lays the groundwork for a more profound exploration of Enki's role in humanity's creation. Another Sumerian narrative delves deeper into this intriguing claim, the story of the Anunnaki's quest for gold. This myth suggests a compelling reason for the Anunnakis' arrival on Earth and their potential involvement with early humanity. According to Sumerian cosmology, the Anunnaki weren't benevolent visitors from the heavens. They came to Earth driven by a desperate need, a need for gold. Their home planet, Nibiru, was believed to be deteriorating, its atmosphere ravaged by some unknown catastrophe. Gold, according to the Sumerians, possessed the unique property of restoring a planet's atmosphere. The Anunnaki descended upon Earth, determined to mine the gold they desperately needed. However, the task proved arduous and backbreaking. The physically demanding labor sparked a rebellion among the lesser Anunnaki, those tasked with the actual mining. The clamor reached Enki, who, ever the problem solver, devised a cunning solution. He proposed the creation of a new kind of being, a Lulu, or primitive worker, who would be strong and resilient enough to handle the harsh conditions of the mines. Here, the narrative becomes particularly intriguing. The exact details of how these Lulu were created remain shrouded in mystery. Some Sumerian texts suggest that Enki, using his vast knowledge and mastery over life forms, fashioned them from clay, much like Ninmah in the previous story. Others hint at a more complex process, perhaps involving the Anunnakis' advanced technology or even genetic manipulation. The Lulu, once created, were tasked with the backbreaking labor in the mines. This freed the Anunnaki for other pursuits, potentially including the further development of human civilization. The story raises fascinating questions. Were these Lulu the ancestors of modern humanity? Did Enki play a more direct role in our creation than simply shaping us from clay? Was there a form of genetic engineering involved? The Sumerians offer no definitive answers. Their myths and legends are open to interpretation, leaving space for contemplation and speculation. However, the very existence of these narratives suggests that the Sumerians themselves pondered the origins of humanity and the potential role of divine beings in our creation. As we move forward in our exploration, it's important to remember that these are ancient myths, not scientific fact. Yet they offer a captivating glimpse into the worldview of the Sumerians and their relationship with the divine. They spark our imagination and inspire us to ask questions about our own origins and place in the universe. Did Enki, the Sumerian god of wisdom and water, truly play a role in shaping humanity? The answer may forever lie hidden in the sands of time, but the questions themselves hold immense power, pushing us to explore the mysteries of our past and the vast potential of our future. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an adventure with us.